You can see it from the drafting phase, there is a lot of emphasis on the gold lane, right? Because Emann, we all know Emann is a great player. And you on the show, you were able to find Emann as well. But as a team, is the idea really to focus on Emann, right? To try and shut him down? Because that is something that some teams try and do.
We already studied the enemy team, yeah. So if I wanna be honest, yes, we wanna focus in Emann because we know Emann is a very good ADC. In the draft, we really focus in him.
You guys gave Granger game 2. Was that on purpose?
Yeah, see, we show you forced to use Purify, right? So if he go with the flicker, I can focus him. But if he go with Purify, my team can focus him. And we are already prepared for that. Hey,
Yeah,
okay,
let's go.
One side.
They are having troubles with. Oh, hold on a second. I think that this is gonna be fine.
This 3-man dive here. Paquito setting it up with the Weird the Dragon as well. Light, powerless to help out his teammate right there. Great move with Influence Rage. Considering though, Moreno comes in. I feel like Influence Rage still will take that space though.
Not gonna be an end just yet. Paquito, take a look down bottom.
Ooh, still being chased down by Luke, but he will not be able to get stopped by everyone here. Flickers out even.
Almost neck and neck. But hold on a second. We are Dragon.
So the Dragon Light very, very low, picked off, but at what cost right here? Paquito surviving with a sliver of HP, but Annabelle secures and Moreno stuck in his house spot. Brilliant orders out, but Bugetron has lost control right here. Luke jumping onto there, trying to find monsters, but he will eventually be taken out on all-out light. That's the roamer though. Luke just running in, trying to find something. Brilliant order from Moreno, shreds everyone down, looking bad for Influence Rage, trying to escape, and monsters sliver of HP. And go for an outplay right here, but Paquito looking for something more. That's gonna be the Tsunami to be used. Monsters will be able to get out still. And Luke flickers forward still, even though forcing the play here, being put under the turret, but that will be for nothing, because Chan survives.
Look at Chan and Monsters.
Alone here, 4-man dies. He's gonna be trying to heal up, getting fist cracked, getting bursted down. That's a blazing duet as well. Moreno trying to make it work for his team, but the Rolly won't be able to take anyone down.
Influence Rage. And he will not die, as a matter of fact. In fact, this is probably going to be a good answer.
Dragon onto Luke, the aggressor now getting aggressed on, and Bugetron has lost one. Moreno forced to use the Brilliance Order. 2 ultimates down right here. Paquito goes for the 3-man. Get the engage of the Bugetron Alpha, and they're trying to do something here, but it's too much damage. Crazy duet being used up by Fury, but actually it won't be enough. Bugetron striking back right there as Chan.
Turtle take. Bugetron Alpha knew we gotta go all the way for this, and they managed to profit.
The response with Emann taken out immediately, shut down by Jotun. So now, there's a team tunneling in one by the Moreno already out, no ultimates. Luke will be forced to be left out, trying to run away from it, but he gets walled off. 4 men beating down on him, Influence Rage, going for more as Fury cuts off the escape path. Bugetron once again on the back. What?
Annabelle?
Almost gets taken out. The Conceal gets caught by Influence Rage. They want him. They know that they can take him out. Annabelle trying his best to outplay, but Monsters is unbound to cut him off. Diversion gets plotted on the map as well. No way. Wait a minute. Finally, Annabelle gets taken out.
Here was there, Lunox was there. They can actually clear the wave within the confines of their own turret.
Knocked up by Light though, but this wasn't the right engagement. But everyone's grouping up together. The Influence Rage takes 2 members down. Chan just proccing the yin-yang effect again and again. Jotun looking for a play onto Emann. Will be able to get it. Jotun with a diversion on the bottom side. And Bugetron, they know it. They go for the big play. They go for the engage. But now it's getting turned around. Yin-yang effect landing on multiple members as Monsters gets out almost with his life. That's the barrel mirror image going in. That's the blazing duet. That's the Shadow Kill as well. Bugetron Esports.
They have Jotun. Even though the Jotun no longer has got a retribution, that's not something that Bugetron Alpha knows about. So they're just gonna go straight away. Hold on a second. What was that diversion?
Emann far away from home, getting chased down. Cut off with the diversion. Paquito goes in, picks him back. His team won't be able to save him. Moreno walks away, but hang on a second. Emann gets out with his life there. Influence Rage unable to seal the deal, but Fury comes back in. Finally, but it's not enough damage. He gets punished instead. Shut down for Moreno.
I'll be looking out for, because this is probably going to be the make it or break it game.
Ooh, Tsunami used though. That's gonna be a team and knockout though. Fury just decimates everyone with the Blazing Duet. Now Bugetron Alpha way too low. Moreno caught in the midst of 3 members. Can he turn it around? Fury a bit too low. But he will survive. That's gonna be Annabelle left alone along with Emann. Are able to clear out the Lord and heal up. Conceal. Pop by Influence Rage to extend the fight even more. Annabelle is done for. Light comes in to extend the fight even longer. Paquito standing
Not going to put him in a very dire situation. But Bugetron Alpha wants to fight back and take a little amount of damage on the turn. Brings him down. While in the meantime, Annabelle
past them, but he's getting ignored.
a little bit of a dormancy from the side of NFL, but he would definitely want to look for the opportunity. Whale Dragon onto the side of Luke, while in the meantime, it is definitely going to be a lot of false health going on for the side of Bugetron Alpha. As such, Influence Rage does not even want to touch onto Bugetron Alpha. At this point in time, we do have the split that's just going to be right onto Paquito, pushing the rest of Influence Rage away from the turtle. But with all of that said and done, Jordan, he managed to get the turtle from
Another round drop, and he's going to go back in for it. Oh, Blazing Duet, though, Emann!
Oh, Fury! He still managed to bring him on down, unfortunately. Get a cop out against Bugetron Alpha. As such, Annabelle was hoping to just jump right in. Doesn't enough projectiles? Not enough, unfortunately. But on the meantime, the main team fight, we do have a chance that manages to bring to get it taken. They even have information. They have even managed to bait up Paquito. Oh! There we go! Light going over the fist crack, and that is more than enough to push Paquito all the way away. And now when it comes down to the rest of the abilities from the side of Bugetron Alpha, they are just going to be putting themselves back a little bit more, pushing monsters right within of themselves, while Luke all the way in the backside. That is a 1-1 trade, at least when it comes down to the EXP laners. But Chan went in a little bit too far in. He was really hoping to get a kill down on Emann, but was not able to touch his hair. But never mind, Jotun! He came in, and he's a slippery, sly little fox. While Paquito joins back in with the Whale Dragon right underneath of the tier 1 turret. And Blake do it while the front line is dead. That's not what you want. But in the meantime, that's why we're going to be looking at yet another engagement. Paquito just managed to find a hit down on the line. But unfortunately, there's no follow-up from the rest of Influence Rage, allowing Emann to actually pick up that kill. Annabelle joins to the frame once again, hoping to catch a kill down the monsters, but all
tools available for it. So Bugetron, you're gonna have to go and make a risky play right there, or concede.
I think that they might want to catch on, but then Jordan is the one that's managed to get out the Lord. But unfortunately, the massive main thing that we could expect, right? Because now, for the moment that one of them is caught, then you can pretty much expect someone will finish the action. Speaking of which, it's gonna be Chan. Flickers himself away. He's gotta have to stay alive from all of that, and surprisingly, he did. Paquito as well must have threw himself right in the faces of Bugetron Alpha just so the rest of his teammates could stay alive. But no, Bugetron Alpha has got way too much momentum onto themselves, plus the mobility. As such, that is gonna be monsters down, followed by Paquito. Moreno somehow still within of the fight as he got killed down by Jordan. Jordan stayed around the vicinity, but shortly afterwards, Jordan, you're not gonna stay alive from all of that. 3 of Bugetron Alpha.
Emann to try and get info to hold them down, but needs to be careful. He's a bit too far in the front. Ooh, Lakers from everyone.
Yep, and that is gonna be Fury. They're just gonna be going right in on the backlines. But wait, what was that? As Fury flickers backwards a little bit more. As such, he has wasted like 2 seconds of his Blazing Duet. Didn't really do too well. Quickly close himself right all the way back. You pick the front lines, but take a look all the way to the back lines. Paquito was hoping that he'll be able to do a little bit more, but he's completely ignored by the rest of the members for the side of Bugetron Alpha. Chan gets himself all the way backwards. While in the meantime, Paquito slips his life away, but he does have immortality though, so he will be right back to the game. The Death Sonata didn't manage to touch him, but not quite enough to bring him down just yet. The 2 members down for the side of Bugetron Alpha. The rest of the members from the side of Bugetron Alpha will just want to continue onwards a little bit more. The split is connected down the monsters, brings him all the way back with the fist break and fist crack.
That's their win condition, so Influence Rage can kind of make it messy, make it confusing.
Oh, tough spot, but Paquito did manage to catch one person, and that is going to be Light. He went straight in for the fist crack, but not quite enough to do any damage or crowd control at all. He's gonna go straight down. Fury did manage to find a pretty decent Whale Dragon. Did find a very good Blazing Duet, but all in all, Influence Rage manages to take 2 person down.
With Light getting kicked off with the Whale Dragon, and he was hitting him from behind the wall. It's gonna be a duel here though. Hang on a second.
I do think that Annabelle will be able to get away with this, no problem. But what was that, Paquito? He did hit Way of the Dragon though, but not quite enough for any form of follow-up whatsoever. But now let's remember that Monsters just picked up quite a bit of a deal, or rather quite a bit of item, which is a Blade of the Haptics. That would be the surprise factor of what a healer is capable of bringing into this upcoming team fight. The bottom lane wave unfortunately has been completely melted down. The next one is going to be up all the way up to the top lane. Fury brings down the inhibitor turret whilst being taken down with a lot of damage. But unfortunately, Monsters through.
But we can trade Paquito for Emann. So it seems like they have all the calculations down. Look at that stun though.
Oh, 3-man knockup with Jicundo! While continuing forward, Light was hoping they will be able to do a little bit more when it comes down to the water, and everyone else on the side of Bugetron Alpha is just going to be pushing themselves right into Influence Rage. But unfortunately, quite a bit
The skill usage needs to be calculated. But what is this fight? What are we looking at?
This is not the wet noodle fight that we would ever be expecting, but the Blade of the Haptics for Monsters, currently down to half HP. Bugetron Alpha, they really want to contest for this and hope that they will be able to steal this lot away, but unfortunately, Yotun still got a lot again and again and again, and not only that, Luke is going to be finding himself taken down as well. This is the grand opportunity for Influence Rage to walk off.
Lord comes through, conceal. Not public.
Oh. Abyssal Arrow unfortunately misses out, but the crazy amount of damage from Yotun is just going to be pushing the Emann all the way backwards. But everyone else from Influence Rage focuses onto the core! That is Team Brazil! Influence Rage! That takes a 2-0 victory onto Bugetron Alpha!
That is an upset if I've ever seen one, man. Everyone thought that Bugetron Alpha would be too experienced, would be too smart in the drafting phase to defeat Influence Rage, but they have got it done. 2-0 as well, announcing to the stage that they are here to stay.